Gul'dan versus Maiev.
None can escape my fury.
Your soul shall be mine.
This hand is actually super good. I can coin Sea Devil Stinger plus Fenja on turn 3. I mulligan to Bluegill Warrior for a Bluegill Warrior. I wanted a 1-drop, but I think this is fine. With this hand, I might actually prefer that he be Mrrgl rather than Quest. I think in general, Quest is probably a better matchup. But since I'm not really doing anything too impactful until turn 3... What the fuck? Alright, well, my hand is pretty nuts. Assuming I can actually live long enough to make use of these cards. I'm probably going to go Sea Devil Stinger into Sea Devil Stinger into Fenja. That is going to cost me 9 health. But I think it's worth it. I'm like pretty sure it's worth it. Play the 2-3 here. He can't even deal with it on board. He's also playing Murlocs. But his opener was too slow. I think I should be a heavy favorite at this point. He can like trade off his dude and just not play another one, so I can't kill anything with Fenja, but then I still just beat his ass with other Murlocs. I don't think Rogue really has any answer to a stealthed Fenja, so it's not like he can just ignore it and then kill it and then play stuff. It's just always going to be on the board. Okay, he already played Patches, so that's not a big deal. It does kill one of my 4-2s, which sucks. This is actually a pretty good clear for him. He is actually choosing to trade off the War Leader. But I have Bluegill to help me kill this. I think it is worth it. Really good Murlocs. Let's even take a taunt, so it's just harder for him to deal with Fenja or War Leader. Hellfire OP. Wow, that feels bad. Alright. He needs Vanish here, and I don't think Miracle Rogue plays Vanish. Oh right, he's not Mrrgl, he's playing Murlocs. Well, that deck definitely doesn't play Vanish. I didn't even have a 1-drop that game, but that was still pretty close to the nuts.
Gul'dan versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild. Your soul shall be mine.
I guess Bylefin Tidehunter's an okay 2-drop. Oh god, which one of these did I keep in the mulligan? This one, I think. It doesn't really matter. Wow. If I play this, attack in here, I can swing this into the 1-1, and hero power this guy down. That's pretty shitty for me, actually. I wonder if I ever just play the 2-3 here. Then I can send the Flame Imp into the 1-1. If he hero powers into it, this goes in there. I can also just Bluegill into that guy, and then that would let me go face with the 3-2. Bluegill's really good, though. I guess Rockpool Hunter is, too. I think I just like Bluegill. Lets me send this 3 damage to face. And it kinda forces him to hero power here. Like, you can Wild Growth, but you're gonna take more damage. Okay, Wrath is fine. Play out some stats here. Use coins so there's no swipe. Not sure that you would swipe this board anyway, but No swipe either way. Just go for tap rock pool here. Couldn't play Tidehunter because I get shit on by swipe. This board is actually pretty good against swipe. Next turn can be War Leader plus Tidehunter or just Megasaur. Whatever's appropriate. Probably want to play War Leader so I can kill Fandral here. Fandral OP. Can one-shot it with this Murloc, so seems nice. Should be a tough board for him to deal with. If he tries to just taunt or something, I have the Megasaur. Alright. Sweet, sweet vengeance after my last Jade Druid matchup.
Gul'dan versus Mrrgl.
None can escape my fury.
Your soul shall be mine.
Nice try, Patches. You thought you could be in my opening hand 3 games in a row, but you showed up too early. I think I'm just going to play Flame Imp here. It's the most pressure. It's really only bad against Backstab. And if he's Quest Rogue, most of the time they don't even play Backstab. Or maybe not most of the time, but a lot of lists don't play Backstab. Okay, well he had the Backstab. If I had played the Voidwalker, he still could have killed that, but it of course wouldn't have been as bad for me. Let's just play 1-drops here. Kill Swashbuckler, I guess, because it's better with bounces usually. I guess he still could be Quest Rogue. I'm assuming at this point he's Mrrgl Rogue. Is this the rogue I played against earlier? Okay, SI7 agent tells me he's definitely Mrrgl. It's a really bad draw. Do I just play this because it contests this guy? Or do I tap here? I guess I'm just gonna play it. Feels really bad though. Turn 1 Pirate into turn 2 Coin SI7 agent is like the dream with that deck against aggro. At least Hallucination is a bit weak as far as keeping up with aggro. Okay, he made that trade for me and he's daggering here, so that was a really slow turn. That's the kind of turn I needed him to have a chance at getting back into this game. It's a really bad draw though. But at least there's no Tomb Pillager. There was probably a lot of merit to just playing the Cold Light Seer there instead of tapping. Especially given that I was going to draw a Megasaur, then I'd have a Murloc on board. But the Cold Light Seer does have a lot of potential to snowball in this matchup. Or in any matchup, really. I'm going to play it here, though. It gives me 2 Murlocs on the board next turn for the Megasaur, or sometimes I just play Sea Giant. And it does buff this guy up to a relevant stat total. And the alternative there basically was tap, and I was never tapping. Okay, Fan of Knives isn't too bad if he doesn't have anything else. Alright, that's fine. So how greedy do I want to play with this Megasaur? If I get it here, it's on 2 Murlocs, that's pretty decent. Plus 3 health and Divine Shield let me keep the Sea Devil Stinger alive. I can also just play the Primal Fin Lookout. I can usually play whatever Murloc I get with it. Or I can just play Sea Giant. It's an 8/8. I will lose the Sea Devil Stinger, but it's unlikely that the Cold Light Seer dies, so next turn I could play Lookout plus Megasaur most of the time. But 6 mana is a lot to pay for a Sea Giant in this deck. I think I like the Lookout play. And then could actually take the Grimscale Oracle. It would let me trade this off instead of this, but I just don't think that's really particularly good. I just saw 1 Fan of Knives, so maybe he won't have another. Although the dagger attack last turn did kind of seem like maybe there was a Fan of Knives coming. So maybe this wasn't so good. But I didn't really have... There wasn't really like another good Murloc selection there. Okay, I think this is pretty bad for him. Wonder if I can ever get lethal here. I have, what, 5? 8 Murloc damage. I guess +3 attack would be the best one, which would give me 12. So I could actually get lethal with the Megasaur here. I guess the question is, do I play Rockpool Hunter or Sea Giant? I think Sea Giant is usually going to be pretty cheap. May as well get another thing activated with the Megasaur. And we'll buff this guy out of Fan of Knives range, I guess? I don't know. Wind Fury, Divine Shield. Wind Fury lets me push a lot here. Yeah, Wind Fury is like almost lethal. Okay. It wasn't quite lethal. I think I put him at 2 there. Shaman is probably annoying because of Devolve. If he doesn't draw Devolve, this might be a fairly easy game. Bluegill Warrior is pretty good at helping take out totems. Bioelfin Tidehunter is probably a little weak, but it is a 2-drop. Buys the Maelstrom Portal, which sucks. It is a good Murloc follow-up to this if I don't want to play the Bluegill, though. I guess I'll just full keep. Turn 1 is usually double 1-drop. The Voidwalker protects the Tidecaller from a Jade Claws. And then follow up with the appropriate 2-drop. There's my boy Patches. He knows how important it is to show up early in the game. Alright. I actually don't even have to play a Charger to kill that. But if I want to take out the 1-1 also, I need to play a Charger. The 1-1 is a little bit of a threat because of Flame Tongue Totem. It also pairs well with a Jade Claws to take out my taunt. But if I'm playing a Charger, I guess I could trade Patches into the 1-1. If I play Patches though, I can't buff the Tidecaller enough to kill this thing, so that's probably not the play. If I play a Tidehunter here, Maelstrom Portal is pretty decent. But Maelstrom Portal is off curve, and he still can't deal with the Tidecaller. There's Jade Claws, so I have to imagine he's trading into the Demon here. But that's really not all that bad for me. I could play triple 1-drop here. Charge Patches into the 1-1. That actually seems pretty decent. I'm a little bit vulnerable to Maelstrom Portal, but I still have the Tidecaller and the Flame Imp. And again, it is a little bit off curve for him. Sure, let's just do this. I think there's a pretty good chance he would have played Maelstrom Portal last turn over Jade Claws if he had it. And like I said, it's not like the Maelstrom Portal is devastating here, it's just pretty good. Mana Tide, okay. Wonder if there's actually a decision to be made here. Seems like most of the times you use the Jade Claws on the 1-1. But on the other hand, I guess it's just a 1-1. Does it really matter all that much? Interesting. Chose not to attack. Well, I'm definitely going to tap instead of playing double Bluegill. I might not even play one Bluegill. He didn't have Maelstrom Portal last turn, but I guess sometimes you'd rather play Mana Tide Totem than a Maelstrom Portal. And even if he didn't have it, he's going to have 2 draws to draw into it. If I play a Bluegill here, it just kind of gets wrecked, but it does let me push 3 damage this turn. Next turn, I can play second Bluegill plus Seer. Let's just get him. I have a pretty decent read on no Maelstrom Portal. And he's getting pretty low. If he had used the Jade Claws on my 1-1 last turn, I don't think I would have even considered whether or not to play the Bluegill there. I would have just snap played it. But because he still has the weapon, I was feeling a little iffy on it. Devolve. Yeah, that was a pretty good devolve for him, I guess. I mean, there's still a pretty good amount of power on the board. Unfortunately, I'm not a weapon class. So this 1-1 on the left side is always just a 1-1. Let's just play some dudes out here. Want to kill off that totem. Just in case he has some way to deal with these. If these two guys stick, even if he Maelstrom Portals the rest of my board, then War Leader comes down and does 8 damage. And I think if he had an AoE other than Devolve last turn, that would have come out, like, every time. Thing from below. Double thing from below. Actually keeps him alive here. I don't think I can pick up anything better than War Leader here, but I'm always playing War Leader this turn anyway, I think. Rockpool Hunter's probably just the best Murloc. Plus it's the only one that allows me to push damage next turn. But kill a healing totem. What's the reason to kill a healing totem? I guess Flame Tongue? He's not overloaded or anything, so Flame Tongue, he'd still have 5 mana to work with. But in theory, if it's only a Flame Tongue totem, I can just kill him with the rest of my board. Oh, and actually the Flame Tongue doesn't even let him kill the War Leader. That's what I was thinking at first, but that's not even good enough. I guess it played around Doppelgangster Evolve a little bit. No taunts, please. Dirty Rat. Oh, he got a Rocketeer. That's so bad. I think I'm actually behind right now because of that Rocketeer. Okay, well, Sea Giant's pretty good. We can tap here. Corsair's not very exciting. Do I play it anyway? He has 1 Jade Claws left in the deck, but whatever. And then I guess that guy's going face, because what else is he gonna do? So my deck actually plays no burst. Every point of damage in my deck has to come from my board. There's no Doomguard, no Soulfire, anything like that. So I'm actually dangerously close to losing this game. He hasn't had Maelstrom Portal for a while, but if he drew it here, I would actually completely lose the board. If I had killed that healing totem, he wouldn't have got the Dirty Rat and I actually would have won the game. Kind of hard to make that call. Flame Tongue. I don't know if I like that Flame Tongue placement. It forced him to trade off that big guy into my 1 health dude so he could get it on the 6/6. Maybe it was okay though. Healing Totem and Taunt Totem were both good there because it protects the valet. I'm actually gonna lose this game. Evolve into Taunt plus Charge, pretty sick.
So many possibilities.
Can I ever win if I just play out one of my dudes here? I feel like I have to make a sick Megasaur play next turn to have a chance. If I just let him push 8 damage, I go down to 13. He only needs to put 5 on the board here to be able to kill me next turn. I think I have to just play the Seer. As far as eating damage, the Seer does pretty much the same as the Megasaur. And sometimes the Megasaur can give me stealth or something. Wow. What a game. He never had a Maelstrom Portal, so I guess I can't really complain too much. But that Evolve was sick. And the double thing from below the turn before.